Hi, this is JP from Northern Lights over Arkham. Welcome to this current card pool playthrough for the Edge of the Earth campaign. And in my previous video I built a deck for Kymani, and we are only using the revised core set and the Edge of the Earth, Scarlet Keys and the Feast of Hemlock Vale cards in our Investigator deck card pool. And the reason for this playthrough series is to simulate a current environment card pool for deck construction. So I am limiting my choices on cards I can include in my deck based on the FFG article that said that we are going to start seeing rotation in our card pools in the near future, maybe in 2026. So with that said, this will be a really dense playthrough. I won't go into detail on the story of this campaign or anything like that. I will be just playing the scenarios, doing the story choices in between videos. The only story choice, basically what happened in the prologue, was that we chose to add one cultist tablet into the chaos bag, and in the setup we determined one random companion that will get or partner that will get killed, and it was Dr. Maya Sinha. So she is dead, and we picked Professor William Dyer into our game here. That is because Dyer gives us some horror healing. So with the limited card pool I didn't have access to many of the usual rogue cards that, or neutral cards that give me horror healing or soak. But yeah, that's the gist of it. So without further delay, let's get started. Alright, and we are ready to begin Ice and Death Part 1. So first off, forced after a location is entered by an investigator for the first time, put it into play put each set aside location connected to that location into play. Use the map in the campaign guide for reference for Doom Threshold, and we have the campaign guide here to help us to put the locations into correct places. This is a big map, so it will get crowded fast on the playmat. Then action: if each investigator is at the same location and that location has no clues on it, resign. You set up camp. Each investigator resigns. Objective: find somewhere safe to set up camp. If each undefeated investigator has resigned, advance. The higher the shelter value of the location they resigned at, the better. So that is our starting situation. We are at the crash site. It is a 2-shroud location with 0 clues, and there's an action: test book or food tree to scavenge from the wreckage. If you succeed, in the supplies recovered section of the campaign log, record spare parts. Max 1 success per campaign. And the shelter here is 0, so we really need to start finding better locations to camp out. The only locations here are the precarious ice sheet, treacherous path and frozen shores. Okay, and we'll draw our opening hand. Let's see what we get. And if you want to see the deck, it is in the video description. The link to the arkhamdb.com where you can see the deck list. And if you want to see me construct the list, go see my previous video. And if you all haven't already. Okay, so 2 elusives: British Bulldog, Dirty Fighting and Backstab. So I'm keeping the dirty fighting, but I really need some clue tech, so I will be drawing 4 more cards. We got the Thieves Kit and Leo De Luca, light-footed, and another British Bulldog. So we have investigative tools and a weapon, that's good. So we are covered with that. Okay, a quick shuffle to the deck and we are ready to start. I will grab my starting resources here. And we are ready to begin. So we'll see how this campaign run through goes. I will play until I'm either dead or get to the finale and either beat it or lose, whatever comes. But yeah, first off we will start by playing the Thieves Kit. And just a refresher, Kymani has a free triggered ability, engage an exhausted enemy at your location. Reaction: when you attempt to evade an exhausted non-elite enemy, add your book to your skill value for this attempt. If you succeed by at least X, discard that enemy. X is that enemy's remaining health. And Elder Sign is +1. If there is an exhausted enemy at your location, you automatically succeed instead. Okay, so we played Thieves Kit, and it has 6 supplies on it. I think we will keep the rest and go somewhere. I'm not sure where we should go. Well, I'm going to the Frozen Shores. So it is a 2-shroud location with 1 clue. So last action we will investigate using the Thieves Kit. I'll spend 1 resource. And we are playing on standard, so there is already 1 Frost token in the Chaos bag. Frost tokens are -1, reveal another token. If it is another Frost token, you will automatically fail. Otherwise, you just add the second Chaos token to the test modifiers. Okay, we are investigating 5 versus 2, because we are using our foot instead of our book for this investigation. And it is a +1. We succeed by 4, and if you succeed, gain 1 resource. We get 1 resource from the Thieves Kit. And we also get this clue, and that is our first turn. And the shelter here is 2, so we probably don't want to camp here. But that is that round. We'll go to upkeep. We draw, backstab, and gain a resource. So that is that round. Let's go to the next round. We add 1 Doom. The Doom threshold is 4. First encounter card is Ancient Evils. Of course it is. So we add 1 Doom, but that's it. And what we forgot to do is when we revealed that location, we get to add a connecting location. The only connecting location to this is, let's see, it is the Broad Snow Drift with some lovely penguins in the art. Let's just continue and go there. So as an additional cost for you to enter this location, investigators at your location must spend 1 clue as a group. So I'm spending the clue. We'll move here. Shelter 4, so a bit better. 2 clues, 1 shroud. And now we'll put some more locations into play. So we get Snow Graves. Then we get remnants of Lake Camp over here. So this is connected. And we get Crystalline Cavern. Okay. Let's see. So So that was my first action to move here. Then I will start investigating and I'll use my Thieves Kit again. Investigating 5 versus 1. Cultist, and Cultist is -2. If you fail, shuffle the top card of the Tekelili deck into your deck without looking at it. If you cannot take 1 horror, and that is the Tekelili deck, so it is ready, but hopefully we don't need to pull a lot of cards from there. We gain a resource from the Thieves Kit. Last action, we will investigate again using the Thieves Kit. So 5 versus 1. -2, we still succeed. We'll grab the clue, we gain a resource. Now we have enough to play Leo De Luca next round to get more actions and save some time. But that is our turn. We go to upkeep and we get elusive and gain a resource. So that is that round. Let's go to the next round. We are at 3, Doom of 4. Encounter card is Skittering Nonsense. 2 fight, 2 health, 4 evade, Hunter forced. When you defeat Skittering Nonsense, shuffle the top card of the Tekelili deck into your deck without looking at it. If you cannot, Skittering Nonsense attacks you. Okay, well, I'll put it the engage cards here. So we have this Skittering Nonsense troubling us. I'm actually considering backstabbing it. But we could just try to evade. And we could evade and try to evade again using Dirty Fighting. But we need to first play the Dirty Fighting, which is a bit bad. And we are only evading 5 versus 4. Some choices here. We could also elusive and just move to a revealed location and leave it here. It is Hunter, so it will come back to bite us. Well, I am going to evade it and use the light-footed to B6 versus 4. -2, we succeed. So this is evaded. We don't get any benefit from the light-footed. But it is evaded. Second action, we'll play Leo De Luca. And we have an extra action now. And what should I do next? We have the clues to go here, but we don't have the clues to go to the Crystalline Cavern or the Remnants of Lake Camp. We could try to defeat that. So we add, if we engage and add our book to the test, we could commit this to get +2. Okay, we'll do that. So we will free engage it and evade. We are 7 versus 4 and we'll commit this. We are 9 versus 4 and we draw -2. So we will discard this. So we didn't defeat it, we just discarded it. So we don't get the Tekelili, which is pretty crucial. We'll just head down to the Snow Graves and spend 2 clues to enter it. So as an additional cost for you to enter this location, investigators at your location must spend 2 clues as a group. And it is a 3-shroud location with 2 clues. After you discover the last clue from Snow Graves, shuffle the top 3 cards of the Tekelili deck into your deck without looking at them. In the supplies recovered section of the Campbell record green soapstone. Okay. And there was a reaction here, but I didn't use it. I didn't need it, really. I don't want to add frost tokens. Okay, and that is my turn. No enemies in play. We'll go to upkeep. We draw manual dexterity and we gain a resource. That is that round. Let's go to the next round. We add a doom, so the agenda unfortunately already advances. Okay, let's see. Under the Ice. Spawn a set-aside skittering nonsense at the lead investigator's location. Oh yeah, we should have had this skittering nonsense set aside, apparently. I think I missed that in the setup. Yeah, we should have had... I'll just pull the other one. So yeah, that was a mistake in my setup, so no worries. I will just yeah, we messed up there, but yeah, we'll play on. So spawn a set-aside skittering nonsense at the lead investigator's location, shuffle the remainder of the set-aside skittering nonsense enemies and the set-aside creatures in the Ice encounter set into the encounter deck. Yeah, well, that happens. I did a speedy setup to get this video recording started, so I missed that little line there in the setup rules. So we'll shuffle these into the encounter deck. Do we need to shuffle the discard pile? No. Okay. Again, after a location is entered, we put the connecting locations into play, and the doom threshold is 7. Yeah, well, that's a bummer. I think we are evading and just double investigating and moving away from this location. Okay, first action, we will evade the skittering nonsense. I'm using the manual dexterity, so I'm 7 versus 4. Elder Sign, let's see. If there is an exhausted enemy at the location, you ultimately succeed. Well, we only evade this. We draw a card. It is another British Bulldog. Well, we have ways to fight, only ways to fight in our hand. Second action, we are using the Thief's Kit to investigate. We are 5 versus 3. It is another Elder Sign. We'll grab a clue, we'll gain a resource. Third action, we are using the Thief's Kit again to investigate. 5 versus 3. Oh my god, third Elder Sign in a row. I would like to think it is a good sign, but I doubt it. We will probably see a auto-fail token sooner or later. Okay, last action, we are just moving away from here. So evade, investigate, move. Oh yeah, and after you discover the last clue from the Snow Graves, shuffle the top 3 cards of the Tekelili deck into your deck without looking at them. In the supplies recovered section of the Campbell record green soapstone. Group limit once per game. I am doing that, so I'll get some supplies recovered. So I'll shuffle these 3 Tekelili decks cards into my deck, and that is it. Now we need 2 more clues from somewhere to be able to move into these ones. Okay. The shelter here is 5. I think I want to be 6 or higher. I think the top is 8. And the higher the shelter value, the less you lose your companions in the Ice and Death Part 2. So we could actually, if we get to the shelter 8, somehow we will skip the Ice and Death Part 2 altogether. Okay, and that is my turn. No enemy actions will go to upkeep. This enemy ready is here. We'll ready draw a card. Lockpicks, great. We are running out of Thieves' Kit already. And we gain a resource. That is that round. Let's go to the next round. We add a Doom. Damn, I forgot to draw an encounter card last round because I was mixed up with the skittering nonsense. What was... okay. Okay, it's too hard to reverse this, so I'm drawing until I get a card that won't change my turn that much. No. Okay, we got an Ancient Evils last round. Sorry for this. This happens when you are recording and playing solo, so nobody's checking how you are playing. Okay, this round's encounter card is Dark Aurora. Test willpower 3 for each frost token revealed during this test. Take 1 horror. If you fail, take 2 horror. Okay. I don't have a lot of hopes of passing this. I don't have any willpower icons in my hand, but we are testing 3 versus 3 and hoping for the best. And it is a skull, it is minus X. X is the half of the shelter value of your location, so it is -2. We fail and we take 2 horror. I have Dire here to help me heal that, so that's not that big of a problem. Well, this round will be move, and we will head to Precarious Ice Sheet for our next movement. And it is a 4-star location with 1 clue. When you draw Hazard Treachery while at the Precarious Ice Sheet, add 1 frost token to the Chaos Pack. Cancel that card effect and discard it. So that's a reaction. Okay, 1 clue there. I think last action we will play our Lockpick, level 1, and it has 3 supplies on it. And enemy phase, this moves here, upkeep. I'm just checking, this is not connected to here, so the shortest route is here. Upkeep, we draw again a resource and draw a card. Quick getaway, and that is that round. Let's go to the next round. Okay, we add another Doom. Encounter card for this round is Whiteout. It is a hazard. Attached to a location, each investigator at attached location gets -1 to all skills. At the end of the round, discard Whiteout. Not going to add a frost token for this. So, first action. We will use the lockpicks to investigate. I am investigating 7 versus 4. Oh yeah, before we do that, we have to put a couple of more connected locations, or 1 connected location into play. So we have the Icy Wastes over here. Okay, so investigating with the lockpick 7 versus 4. I mean 6 versus 4 because the whiteout. Okay. +1. We don't break a lockpick and we'll gain this clue. And I will move to Icy Wastes. 2 location with 2 clues. So that is good. Shelter 4. And Icy Wastes is connected to Icebreaker Landing and Barrier Camp. And it is also connected to Remnants of Lake Camp. And yeah, now the shortest route for this guy is through here, so that's bad. But we'll make do. So I will investigate. Do I want to play something? Yeah, I'm playing the Dirty Fighting. And then I will investigate using the Thief's Kit. I am 5 versus 2. -1. We'll grab 1 clue and gain a resource. And that is our let's see. Investigate, move, play and investigate. Yeah, that is my turn. Enemy phase, this enemy hunts over here. This goes out at the end of the round. We'll go to upkeep. We draw Tekelili, lose 2 resources. That's not bad. And this goes to the bottom of the Tekelili deck. And we gain a resource. And that is that round. Let's go to the next round. We add another Doom. Encounter card for this round is 0 visibility. Put 0 visibility into play in your threat area. As an additional cost for you to leave a location with a treachery attached to it, you must spend 1 action. Force at the end of your turn. Test agility 2 if you succeed. Discard 0 visibility. That's not bad for us. Yeah. So first action here, we'll investigate with the lockpicks. We are 7 versus 2. +1. We'll grab this clue. And let's see. We need 4 clues to enter the barrier camp, 2 clues to enter the icebreaker landing. But we are not connected. We are connected to there. I think I'll go investigate the icebreaker landing first. So we will spend 2 clues. We only need 1 from here. There are 2 clues here, shelter 5. Okay, and shroud of 2. Oh, let's see. The lockpicks have been spent for this round. I don't have agility icons. I might as well play the British Bulldog just in case the skittering nonsense gets in our way, so we can just kill it. And last action we'll draw a card, another Leo De Luca. Enemy phase, this enemy hunts over here. We'll go to upkeep. Grappling hook, okay, and we'll gain a resource. That is that round. Let's go to the next round. I forgot to test the 0 visibility last round, so I'll test it now. So I was 5 versus 2, and it is an auto fail, so not. Yeah, it is still in play. Okay. We add a Doom. Encounter card for this round is a skittering nonsense. Well, that's annoying. But we have the British Bulldog in play, so I think we're just going to start killing these skittering nonsenses, even though we get Tekelilis. First action, we are shooting the skittering nonsense. We are 5 versus 2. -1, that is defeated. And we shuffle 1 Tekelili into our deck without looking at it. And Second action, we'll use the lockpicks. We are 5, 6, 7 versus 2. -3. So 7 versus 5. We succeed by enough, so we don't lose a pick. We will, let's see, what do I want to do? We have the quick getaway if that skittering nonsense tries to do something to us. I think I'll spend an action, use 1 secret from here to heal 2 horror. Last action, I will draw a card. Fox Mask, that's good. Enemy phase, this enemy moves here. We will play quick getaway, fast action. We will try to evade. We are 5 versus 4. I'm using the second bulldog, so we are 6 versus 4. -2. We succeed, so this is evaded and the attack is cancelled. Okay. Upkeep, this readies, engages us. Oh yeah, with just 0 visibility. 5 versus 2. -4. That is probably staying there for the rest of the game. Oh well, we draw disguise and gain a resource. That is that round. Let's go to the next round. We add a Doom, encounter card is Antarctic Wind. Attached to the nearest location without Antarctic Wind attached, investigators at attached location cannot play cards or draw cards from their deck. Force at the end of the round, discard Antarctic Winds. Also, there's a parlay action here. Test book 4 to search the trapped ship for supplies. If you succeed, either remove 1 frost token from the chaos bag or record small radio in the supplies discovered section of the campaign log. We are not that good in books, so I doubt we are able to do that. Okay, well, we can't draw cards or play cards. That's annoying. So we will try to evade this skittering nonsense. We are 5 versus 4. We can still commit cards, and I'm committing the disguise, so we're 6 versus 4. -2. Good thing we did that. So this is here. We use our lockpicks to investigate. 7 versus 2. Skull is -3. We still succeed and don't lose a pick. We'll get that clue. We'll move over here and we'll move to the barrier camp. Barrier camp is, yeah, we need to spend 4 clues. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, and because of the 0 visibility, we lost 1 action to move out of the icebreaker landing. Barrier camp is a 4th round, 3 clues location, action, parlay test, willpower 4 to convince some of the other explorers here to give you something useful. If you succeed in the supplies recover section of the campaign log, record dynamite. That we might try to get if we find our guts in the deck. Enemy phase, this ready is up, keep this goes away. These ready, and we test the 0 visibility again. 5 versus 2. Another auto fail. What did I tell you? Yeah, that 0 visibility is just stuck with us. We draw a card, we gain a resource. That is that round. Let's go to the next round. We forgot to add clues. Oh, get that later. 3 clues here. We add a doom, so we advance. 7 of 7. It dwells inside. Spawn the set-aside terror of the star's enemy at the revealed location with the highest shelter value. Oh goody. This is Hunter Massive 4 fight, 6 health and 3 evade. So I think we are just evading this. Okie dokie. And again, after locations entered by an investigator for the first time, put the connecting locations into play. And I forgot to put this into play. Rocky, what is it called? Rocky Crags. So we only have 1 location we haven't put on the map yet, but we'll continue. So 7 Doom Threshold, we get an encounter card, and it is Portal Vortex attached to your location. When you end your turn at the attached location, each card you control with health, including your investigator, takes 1 direct damage. Forced at the end of the round, discard Portal Vortex, and yeah, that's not that bad. We'll just take 1 damage. Okay, first action. We will try to evade this terror from the stars, and I'm committing manual dexterity to the test. 7 versus 3. It is a -1. We succeed. We draw a card. Light-footed. And we could actually try to fight this with the dirty fighting. We are engaging an enemy at a location. Well, we're engaged because it's massive. So we are using dirty fighting. And we are using the British Bulldog. So we are 7 versus 4. So that is the dirty fighting extra action. -1, we deal 2 damage to this. We will fight again. 5 versus 4. And I will use light-footed. No, first I will play Fox Mask. I'll spend 1 from the Fox Mask. And we are 7 versus 4. I'll go 8 versus 4. It is a skull and it is a -4. So we hit, deal 2 damage. And last action, we will play a second. No, we'll play. Oh damn! Did I? I spent this another. Yeah. So we will play Grappling Hook. No. We need to get these clues off, so I'm delaying this, and we are investigating with the lockpicks, and we are investigating 7 versus 4. -2, we'll grab 1 clue. And that is our turn with just for 0 visibility. 5 versus 2, -1. Finally, we get rid of that. And at the end of the round, yeah, we ended our turn, so Leo takes 1 damage. And I forgot that this Dire will take the... Okay, let's back up. I forgot that Dire will die. So we will say that I didn't get that. We'll move to Rocky Crags. So this location comes into play. Move here. And now we don't take the damage. But we didn't get the clue. We had to spend 1 clue to enter here. And now we end our turn, so enemy phase, this guy moves here. This triggers doesn't hit us. And we go to upkeep. We draw another Fox Mask. We left a location with an enemy, so we get another charge on the Fox Mask. And that is our turn. Yeah, so that is that round. Let's go to the next round. We add another Doom. Encounter card is Dark Aurora. We are testing 3 versus 3 and we take 1 horror. No, if we fail, we take 2 horror. That's okay. And we fail. We take 2 horror. That's okay. First action, we'll move back. There are 2 clues here. We move back here. This is ready. We will try to evade. And actually we are going to backstab this. We are backstabbing using 1 from our Fox Mask. We are 7, 8 versus 4. -2. We will defeat the Terror of the Stars. I'll put that into the victory display. Oh, that's a relief. Good thing we had this in our hand. We will use lockpicks to investigate. 7 versus 4. -4. We fail. We break a lockpick. That's bad. And last action. We might as well use Dire to heal the horror. Or nah. We will take a resource because we need more resources to play the grappling hook next round. The skittering nonsense moves here. It hits us for 1 damage and 1 horror. Leo can take them. We'll go to upkeep. We draw elusive and gain a resource. So that is that round. Let's go to the next round. We add a Doom. Encounter card is Ice Shaft. Test agility 3 for each frost token revealed during this test. Take 1 damage. If you fail, take 2 damage. I'm just testing 5 versus 3. +1, we succeed. Okay, first action, we will evade this skittering nonsense. I'm committing the elusive. 6 versus 4. Tablet is -3 for each point you fail by. Discard the top card of your deck. Draw each weakness, so we fail by 1. That's bad. We'll try to evade again. 5 versus 4. I'm using the Fox Mask. 7 versus 4. Should have done that in the first place, but it is what it is. -4. We fail again. Unbelievable. We'll try again. 5 versus 4. Do I want to commit grappling hook? No, I need it. I actually don't. I'm committing the grappling hook, so we are 7 versus 4. 7 versus 4, and it is a 0, finally. This is evaded. We get to trigger our dirty fighting. We are evading it again. We'll engage it. And we are 7 versus 4. And another 0 that is discarded. Wow. 2 fails, success 3. So we are investigating with the lockpicks 7 versus 4. I'll commit Leo De Luca 8 versus 4. And it is -4. We succeed, we break a lockpick. That's not good. Okay, well, that is that round. We'll go to upkeep. We get scout ahead and gain a resource. That is that round. Let's go to the next round. We add a Doom. Encounter card is Apeirophobia. Test willpower X, where X is your location's shelter value. If you fail, you must decide take 1 horror. For each point you failed by, place 2 of your clues on the location, add 1. Okay. Okay, I think I'm taking the horror. I'm testing 3 versus 7. No, I'm not taking the horror. -4. Yeah, we add 1 frost token to the chaos bag. And that's that. First action, we'll use the lockpicks. I'm committing the scout ahead to the test. We are 9 versus 4. -4. We succeed by only 1, so the lockpicks breaks. That's bad, but we get 1 clue, so we need to get somehow 1 more clue. And well, we'll draw a card. Thieves' Kit. Thank God, we'll play the Thieves' Kit. Oh, that was a lucky break. And last action, we will investigate using the Thieves' Kit. We are only 5 versus 4, but there's a chance. -2, we fail. Okay, we'll try again next round. No enemies, will go to upkeep. Bianca dear cuts. We can commit her to the next investigate, and we gain a resource. So that is that round. Let's go to the next round. We add a Doom, 4 of 7. We get a giant phantasm. Okay, well, at least that's easy to evade. So we can try to get rid of that. First action, we will evade this 5 versus 2. Cultist is -2. We don't fail. It is evaded. We'll engage it. Dirty fight it. 7 versus 2. -2. We succeed by enough. It discards. We will draw a card. Well, there's the guts. We will try this parlay test here. We are 5 versus 4. -1. -1. We succeed. We draw a card. Take a lily. Take 1 damage. That's okay. And we get the dynamite, which is great. Last action. We will draw a card. Another take 1 damage. Well, at least we're getting the Take a Lily out of our deck. That's okay. And nothing else happens. We'll go to upkeep. We draw Dirty Fighting and gain a resource. That is that round. Let's go to the next round. We are at 5 of 7. We get a Polar Mirage. Attached to the nearest location with at least 1 clue and without copy of Polar Mirage. After you discover or take control of 1 or more clues at that location, discard each non-weakness card in your hand. Discard Polar Mirage. Well, that's okay. First action, we'll draw a card. Disguise. We will try to investigate, and we are committing the Disguise and Bianca to the test. We are 7 versus 4 with the Thieves Kit. -3. We succeed. We get a resource, we get this clue, and we will resign. So we get to advance this. We are at a Shelter 7 location, which is great. Under the Stars, Resolution 1. Again, I am not going to read any of the resolution text. I will just see what happens. So, not the fluff text at least. Each investigator earns experience equal to the victory X value of each card in the victory display. In the Expedition Team section of the campaign log, record the amount of damage and horror on each partner asset in play. It is none. Find each enemy in the victory display whose title matches the character who is not crossed off. Are we reading the correct one? Oh, sorry, I was on the wrong one. Let's start again. So, Resolution 1. In your campaign log, write camp dash, and the next to it record the name of the location investigators resigned at, and it is Barrier Camp. This location is referred to as the investigator's camp for the remainder of Ice and Death. Record the camp shelter value in parentheses next to its name. It is 7. Each investigator earns experience equal to the camp shelter value to a minimum of 3, plus the victory X value of each card in the victory display. So we got 8 experience from this. That's great. In the Expedition Team section of the campaign log, record the amount of damage and horror on each partner asset. It is none. And proceed to check point 1, the disappearance. So we will see the disappearance. So find and gather story asset corresponding to the surviving members of the expedition team, shuffle them and randomly select a number of them equal to your camp's shelter value. These characters are safe. Well, to make it easier, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we basically lose 1. And I will shuffle, 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 and randomly select 1. Claypool has gone MIA. And we record that. And then we must decide they're on their own. You will skip to the next part of the scenario, proceed to disappearance 2. We will, or we go after the missing team members. Well, I don't need Claypool, so I'm skipping Ice and Death Part 2, and we're heading, Yeah, so do not clean up the game yet. Skip to Ice and Death Part 2 in its entirety. The missing team members surely could not have survived the night. In the Expedition Team section of the campaign log, cross off the name of each character who is marked as MIA. Proceed to immediately to checkpoint 2 to attack. Okay. Checkpoint 2. The investigators must decide. Choose one. Run for your lives. You will skip the next part of the scenario. Proceed to attack 2. Stand and fight. Kymani is not a fighter, so we are running. So skip Ice and Death Part 3 in its entirety. In a campaign log record, team fled to the mountains. Clean up the game. You will not return to this scenario for the remainder of the campaign. Proceed to Interlude 1 Restful Night. We are at Interlude 1 Restful Night. Okay, so I'm resolving that off camera, but yeah, that was Ice and Death Part 1, and we did some choices and skipped Part 2 and 3 because, in my opinion, those don't reward you with a lot of any extra experience. They are just time sinks, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. When playing with more players, I probably like to play them more, but when I'm playing solo, replaying this same map over and over again is a bit tedious, and the rewards for doing it is not that good. And we got 8 experience from this, so we are going to get some good upgrades into our deck already with those experiences. So we are continuing to the Restful Night, resolving that and going to the next scenario. But yeah, that was Kymani in Ice and Death Part 1 with the air quotes current or simulated current card pool only. So yeah, hope you guys like this playthrough. Thanks for watching, and until next time.